over there and the boy biscuit over here. We've got 2 Cornish hens. In total, they're about 3 pounds, I would say, just under 3 pounds. But what we're doing is a jerk Cornish hen. My oven is preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And there we go. It's telling me it's time to go in the oven. I'm not going to allow this to marinate or anything, but you can for better, deeper, richer flavor. And what we're doing is making a sort of a rub with store-bought jerk marinade, and that is a very spicy jerk marinade that I like. If you head over to CaribbeanPot.com, let's go in and there we go. If you go to CaribbeanPot.com, I have a recipe, well, several recipes for making jerk marinades. However, this time for easier, you know, people busy these days, almost the end of the year, and people trying to have less to do with the kitchen. The jerk marinade, some olive oil. Yeah, I like a bit more ginger in my jerk. While that jerk marinade, I know it's a top quality something, I still like adding more flavors. Ginger, some dark soy sauce, brown sugar, and that's just a light brown sugar. And I want the juice of one lime. If you don't have lime and you want to add, or if you prefer using lemons, by all means rock that lemon. Uncle Chris is not out here to hate. The year almost done, and while Santa already come and gone, I know you're looking for next year, so I'm just trying to behave myself. All you want to do now is give that a good mix. And you see we've got that lovely, look at that, smells proper too. Anyhow, you want to give that a mix. If you want to add more pepper in here, like a Scotch bonnet or something, you can certainly do that. I'm cool with what I have here. So what I'm going to do now is use this. Now, the jerk marinade already has salt, and the soy sauce that I added will have that sort of salt or sodium component to it. So I'm not going to salt the birds. Again, up to you. If you want to add some salt and black pepper directly onto those birds, do your thing. But this is all I need right here. The only thing I would add if I wanted to here is a bit of orange juice, but I find the lime juice gives me that citrus punch that I'm looking for. With the Cornish hens, all I want to do is pour that directly onto them, and I'm going to go with my hands off camera and massage this all the way around these birds. What I also want to do is get some in the cavity of the bird, and that's going to sort of have that deep jerk flavor. Yes, we are using an oven, so don't fret too much when I say deep jerk flavor, because we all know a good jerk cannot be accomplished in the oven, because traditionally pimento wood is used on an open fire, and you get that rich pimento flavor from the wood along with the pimento that's in here. So we're just replicating things in the oven. Before we get to massaging the birds, I want to put some fresh thyme in the cavity on both of them, because that's going to help perfume the birds, and this is a good opportunity for me to massage some of that marinade inside there. And what we also have is some scallion, and if you want to put a piece of lemon in here, you can do that as well. If you wanted to add some additional garlic to the jerk marinade, of course, you're in control. Organize accordingly. So here we go. Everything is all nice down there. So now I'm going to work the birds in that jerk marinade, and then what I'm going to do is, once I have it ready to go into the oven, and I want to show you all something. These are the wings here, and what we want to do is take the wings and tuck them below. So once we put them onto the grilling, the rack, they will sit flat. Yeah. In goes all of that, and what I'm going to do off camera is get some string and tie up the legs all together so they roast. It'll roast more even. If it's open, yeah, not so pretty to look at either. Nobody ain't trying to look at no cat spraddle bird. And the thing is that, anyhow, I'm going again. Let's go through a few things. One, I'm putting it on a rack because I want the air to be able to circulate all the way around and give it a nice even roast. The skin will take on a lovely flavor with the jerk marinade that's on there. Remember, we added extra sugar in there, so that is going to caramelize, and you're going to thank me for that. The other thing I must mention is, besides the rack, is I sprayed the bottom, well, the top of the cookie tray here with cooking spray. If you wanted to line it with foil, you can do that. Just to make things easier to clean up after. And the last thing, this is totally optional. You don't have to do this. This is fine as it is. Slam it into the oven, middle rack, 375, and I'm going to leave it uncovered. In about 10-15 minutes, if I start seeing it charring or getting too much color in any one spot, I may likely tint it with foil. But what I like, and this is these, yo man, I love this stuff. Bone sucking sauce, seasoning, and rub. I am just going to hit that a little gentle, just a little something on there, yeah? Not too heavy. And you all know I don't really do the whole all-purpose seasoning and all kind of nonsense that you see people doing. That is it. That is going, let me turn it around. Look at that. There, 360, all I get 360. Boy, anyhow. In the oven, uncovered, 375. What I forgot to mention is, and we got to the I know people are gonna complain, Chris, that noise, oh gosh, the noise. I did tie the legs together. You see, both legs. That's just some kitchen twine that I use, and I tie them up so everything is nice and tight and compact. Sup, soldiers? Listen, if you enjoy this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and click that bell notification thing. If you've made the recipe, take a picture and send it to me. Email address down here. I mean, trying to tell people the email address, them butts will take the address and do all kind of thing with it. And tag me on Instagram at Caribbean Pot. I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for being in my kitchen with me today. Irie? 1 hour, and this is what we got. Perfectly oven jerked Cornish hens. Now I must mention a couple things. 15 minutes in, boom, I lightly tint it with foil. At the 50-minute mark, 50 mark, I removed the foil, right? And allowed it to get that lovely color there. Allow it to rest for about 5 minutes or so, and then you can enjoy. Oven jerk Cornish hens, yeah, it's a thing. I just made it a thing, man. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. I do hope you all get an opportunity to give this one a try. It's real nice, man, and so easy to put together.